ENGENEs are still trying to process what happened, because for a group as tightly knit and active as ENHYPEN, this kind of news doesn't just feel like an update. It feels like the ground shifting under your feet. On March 10th, 2026, BELIFT LAB posted an official notice on Weverse confirming that HEESEUNG will be parting ways with ENHYPEN and that the group will continue promotions as 6 members moving forward. The label said they had in-depth discussions with every member about the team's direction and future goals. And during those talks, it became clear that HEESEUNG has a distinct musical vision of his own, which they decided to respect. They also confirmed he is not leaving the company and will stay under BELIFT LAB to prepare a solo album as he begins this new chapter. So if you're asking, why is HEESEUNG leaving? The only official reason we have right now is exactly that. His personal musical direction, and a decision reached after extensive deliberation, according to the agency. BELIFT didn't mention a scandal, didn't mention conflict, and didn't cite health as the reason for leaving the group. In fact, they acknowledged the news would be hard to accept, but framed it as a long-considered choice made for the future of both ENHYPEN and HEESEUNG. And while some fans immediately suspected there had to be more, because Kpop fans have seen too many quiet exits over the years, multiple reputable outlets echoed the same core message. HEESEUNG is leaving the group to pursue his own path musically, while remaining under the label and preparing solo work. What made the announcement hit even harder is that, according to coverage, it didn't look like HEESEUNG was already gone in the days leading up to it. CNA noted that the decision shocked many people partly because he had attended official ENHYPEN schedules shortly before the news dropped. That gap, seeing him active, then suddenly reading "parting ways," is exactly what sent the fandom into overdrive. Within hours, the conversation split into 2 emotional lanes. One side grieving and asking for answers, and the other trying to stabilize the moment by repeating what the company actually said, that this wasn't a sudden fallout, but a decision after long discussions and planning. Then came the members' response, and honestly, it's one of the main reasons this situation feels different from the typical member departure headlines. Hours after the agency announcement, ENHYPEN posted a joint statement on their official members' X account addressing ENGENEs directly. They said they knew fans must be shocked, and that the first thing they worried about was how ENGENEs would feel. They described seeing fans worry as the most painful thing for them, and then said something that stood out. They respect and support HEESEUNG's choice and new beginning, because the time they spent together has been too precious to reduce to a few words. They promised they would continue to grow, become a group fans can feel proud of, and grow stronger, ending with, "We love you, ENGENEs." That message didn't erase the sadness, but it signaled that, at least publicly, this isn't being framed as betrayal. It's being framed as a difficult transition that the members are choosing to support. HEESEUNG also addressed fans after the announcement. In a handwritten letter on Weverse, HEESEUNG acknowledged fans' worries and the discussions happening online, apologized for causing surprise, and said he would work diligently to prepare so he can meet fans again soon. In other words, if you're looking for the hidden reason, the statements we have from both the company and HEESEUNG point to one thing. This was a planned pivot towards solo music, not an exit from the entertainment world. That said, rumors spread fast, and some of them were fueled by scheduling confusion. HYBE, as BELIFT's parent, said an event scheduled for March 10th was canceled in advance in consideration of the announcement, while an earlier cancellation on March 2nd was unrelated, and instead due to members' health conditions at the time. You can see how, in a fandom that tracks every fan sign and fan call, cancellations can become proof of something bigger, even when the company says the reasons are separate. It's also why so many fans have been demanding more transparency. The official explanation is clear, but emotionally, people want to understand the full story behind extensive deliberation, and that's information companies rarely share. And because this is K-pop, The reaction didn't stop at tweets. Some fans began organizing petitions and even protest trucks to HYBE's headquarters calling for BELIFT to bring HEESEUNG back. That's how deeply this hit. For many ENGENes, HEESEUNG isn't just a member. He's one of the most recognizable vocal colors in the group's identity, a stabilizer in live performances, and someone fans have watched grow since Island. The idea of ENHYPEN moving forward as six feels, to them, like losing a piece of the sound and the story they fell in love with. So why is HEESEUNG leaving ENHYPEN? The answer, based on what's been confirmed, is this. BELIFT LAB says HEESEUNG has a distinct musical vision and will pursue solo work while staying with the agency. And ENHYPEN will continue official activities as six. Everything else you might be seeing, secret conflicts, hidden scandals, forced removals, is speculation at this point, and none of it has been supported by the label's notice, by HYBE's comments to the press, or by the members' joint statement. What we can say is that this is one of those moments that reshapes a group's era overnight. A painful change, a new path for HEESEUNG, and a new test for ENHYPEN as they try to protect their team identity while honoring a member's dream. Now I want to ask you, do you believe this kind of solo vision departure is becoming more normal in K-pop as idols grow and want more creative control? Or does this feel like something deeper that we just haven't heard yet? And if you're an ENGEN, can you picture ENHYPEN as six long-term? Or do you think this story still has another chapter? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me if you want to follow up the moment BELIFT shares more details about HEESEUNG's solo album or ENHYPEN's next schedule.